CJI, that is the Chief Justice of India, is the highest judiciary post in our country. However, in recent days there has been a lot of criticism with respect to India's present CJI, and in fact that has been the case with respect to the Hyderabad NALSAR University's students also, who basically sort of protested in a manner against the present CJI. So in that case, the Bar Council of India, subsequent to the protest, sort of banned the students. However, later on, the Bar Council of India took back its decision of banning the student. So what is this? What is happening? Why are students protesting, or why are students protesting against the CJI? Then subsequently, why Bar Council of India is banning the students, and then why it is taking back its decision? All this and much more is what we will see in this video, wherein we will talk about the BCI chairman versus NALSAR. Now NALSAR University is the law university of Hyderabad that we will talk about, in which there is an insider U-turn by whom? By the Bar Council of India after banning Hyderabad college students. So they had banned the Hyderabad college students, but now they are making a U-turn and basically unbanning them, or saying that no longer they will be banned. So what is the news over here? So the news is about the NALSAR students who opposed CJI, our Chief Justice of India Surya Kant, as the convocation chief guest. So after the graduation, there is a convocation, of course. In that convocation, the CJI was supposed to be the chief guest, but approximately 380, some figures are saying 400, 450 students, they expressed solidarity with this opposition, right? So that is what the students did. They opposed him as the chief guest, subsequent to which the BCI, that is Bar Council of India, they initially barred 2026 batch from advocate enrollment, saying that we will not let you get enrolled. After which there was a mass backlash against the Bar Council of India, subsequent to which Bar Council of India withdrew their orders of banning the students from becoming advocate. Right, so this is what the news is. Let us see why this happened, what rights get hampered because of this, and all this and much more is what we will see before we move ahead. An important announcement with respect to the new batches that are starting at Legacy IAS Academy. Each batch will have only 40 students, so as to ensure individual attention on the students. You will be taught, trained, mentored and educated by the experts in UPSC. The batches will be of two types. One is regular, the other is weekend batch. The regular batch is from Monday to Friday. The next batch is going to start on 7th of September and then November, whereas the weekend batches are tailor made for the office going, as basically the working professionals and the college going aspirants. So 8th August one of the batch has started, and the next batches are from October and 12th December. So once you enroll with Legacy IAS Academy, there are a lot of advantages you get. Some of them are listed over here. First is the comprehensive coverage of GS paper. Number 2 is the one-on-one mentorship and doubt solving session, along with regular interactions with the educators you just saw. This probably is the game changer for you. Maximum student number is 40 only. As I mentioned, there will be daily mains answer writing practice as well. There will be test series for prelims and mains both, to make it a one-stop solution for all your UPSC needs. In addition to this, we have a 360-degree approach of covering the current affairs, wherein the entire week's current affairs are covered via the live classes, right? In addition to this, optional is one of the most important decisions of your UPSC journey. Legacy IAS Academy provides the 4 most popular optionals there is in UPSC, that is psychology with a very concise syllabus, then anthropology with the most concise syllabus, then again sociology, which is related to the society which we are a part of, so it becomes easy and also with a very concise syllabus, and you have PSIR, which takes care of your entire GS, governance, international relations, etc., etc. All that is taken care by PSIR itself. So if you take PSIR as an optional, your GS2 will be as good as sorted. So if you are attempting UPSC in 27 or 28, then you can enroll for optional right away. The batch is going to start from the coming Monday, that is 17th of August. So if you want to enroll with us, you can simply download the app or log on to the website or call on the numbers that are given on the screen. Now let's move ahead with the news. The question is, why did the NALSAR student protest? Right, that is the question. See, because there was alleged police excesses against the protest, the students are basically raising a concern, after which they are claiming that police excesses were met, as a result of which more students are protesting. That is exactly what is happening. Why all this happening? Concerns over CGI's recent remarks. So recent remarks which was interpreted as if the CGI was saying that certain youth or the youth are the cockroaches, and that's when the Cockroach Janata Party got established on the social media, not a political party as such, but that's the name that got established. And then we have seen the protest with respect to NEET issues, so on and so forth. Then we have seen the resignation of our former education minister as well. So that is what has irked them over here as well, is what is being said. Right, so these are the concerns. Also, there were certain constitutional right concerns as well, wherein you have the freedom of speech. So if there are alleged police excesses, then that may go against the constitutional right or the fundamental rights as well, like freedom of speech and expression, so on and so forth. Right. So as a result of which there was protest. Now, what was BCI, that is Bar Council of India's initial reaction? Now, BCI's chairman gave an order. What order did he give? This: no enrollment of NALSAR 2026 graduates. No enrollment. Okay? And you can also see it's a very blanket order. Not even considering if there is some student who was not into it, we will allow. Nothing like that. Blanket. We will not allow 2026 aspirant. Why? Because of this. That is the ban that was there. What was the concern? BCI says that there needs to be respect for judiciary. Now the NALSA student would say respect is a two-way street. You will get it if you give it. If you are talking in a disrespectful manner, which is again alleged, you are not going to get it, is what they would say. Then professional discipline and decorum needs to be maintained. So but they are not yet professions. Of course, they are going to enter, but the irony of this is they are not yet professionals. They are still the students who have graduated. Have they become a professional? No. So you can argue on the technicalities basically. Okay. That is the idea. Next, alleged faculty involvement. Alleged faculty involvement means the faculties were also involved in sort of propagating these things to the students. Also, allegation of misleading and instigating the students was also there, as a result of which the response. Now, what are the constitutional issues involved over here? So, the very first is that of Article 19(1)(a), freedom of speech and expression, and then Article 19(1)(g). See, these articles have been in news because of the protests and all, so please remember them specifically. Article 19(1)(g), right to practice a profession. Article 14, that is equality plus non-arbitrariness. Randomly, in an arbitrary manner, you cannot impose any XYZ law. Now, what are the key principles? Proportionality. What crime you are doing, the punishment should be proportional, should not be disproportionate to the thing that you have done. So it can be argued that this particular statement by BCI was disproportionate. Natural justice, due process and institutional autonomy. There needs to be a due process, and then only a decision should be made and not arbitrarily. Now, why did the BCI backtrack? Because massive backlash. Senior advocates also criticized the order. Concerns over the arbitrariness, freedom of expression getting hampered, impact on the professional rights of the aspirants were also there, and along with that a massive backlash was further coming. And what has happened is, see, the protest that happened during the NEET, the protest by CJP and the people who supported them, right, throughout the country, right, what has happened is that has created a precedent. Now the protests would become more prominent, and the demanding of the resignation, etc., would also have a domino effect, as a result of which, before it gets massive, it's better to calm it down would be the thing moving forward. So that can also be thought of one of the reasons for the BCI to be taking back the directive that it has given, subsequent to which the directive has been taken back, and now the student would of course be allowed to get enrolled as advocates. Thank you.